I mean, and this is the type of event where a lot of different local PRs from across the United States, from, you know, in Europe, Japan, all these globally ranked or not even necessarily globally ranked, but more locally ranked, try to come here to give their shot. And it's just so crazy because there's other events that are, you know, maybe the top 30 seeds super stacked. But here at Genesis, the top like 1 to 200 seeds are like crazy stacked. Just getting in the top 64 is an accomplishment in itself.
It's crazy. It's such a stacked tournament, and it doesn't stop here. Even at the very beginning, when we get through some of our first wave pools, guys, we got Jōkā and ShottyIce here. The Roy versus Greninja. Already starting off pretty strong here. Jōkā just trying to figure out some empty hops into the down to get the follow-up.
Yeah, we're finally seeing a little bit more meta characters. I mean, when me and Bam were on here, we're getting, you know, some early pool characters like the hero and stuff like that. But now we're getting into the more of these rushdown characters, have very quick moves that are very safe. And I mean, that's so effective in Ultimate, right? You really want to be moving and grooving and throwing out so many different hitboxes. And look at the combos, the drag downs here into the up smash. Wow, so much damage.
And taking advantage of the platform right there, too. Something to keep in mind when it comes to Greninja trying to go for some more of these drag downs. But I also like the patient play there, too. Although did do that air dodge right in front of his face. Maybe trying to go for a cross up there. Gets the grab right afterwards. ShottyIce. Just trying to keep up the pressure, but also keeping in mind about the shurikens.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the nice thing about Greninja. You're going to be able to play that range game. Nice little stall as well. Trying to get this jab by ledge with the forward smash with the whiff punish. So now Jōkā going to have an entire stock lead. We'll see how much damage Jōkā can accumulate here with Greninja. I mean, both these characters can just spit out so much damage at that 0%.
Especially when you're by the ledge like this, too. Oh, but Shotty just gave up that space for free. Now the follow-up's coming in from Jōkā. Triple up air. Can we go for a third? I like the stall real quick with the shuriken, so that way he can just linger right below them to keep up the pressure.
Yeah, and I mean, that dash attack is going to be so good on Greninja as well. So good at frame trapping, very similar to Fox, has a little bit of activity to it, and has great cross-up potential, so it's going to be a little bit harder. This edge guard here, can you get... Wow! The Hydro Pump is enough, dropping low, throwing the shuriken, and then going through with the Hydro Pump. Jōkā now with a 2-stock lead.
Yeah, the water wind box just pushing him away, preventing him from recovering now. At 150, still living, and against Roy, too. I mean, you don't see that very often. Tries to go for the back air. A little bit of high percent, though. He ended up popping up right above him. Tries to go for another drag down.
Oh, Jōkā is looking clean with it. Throwing out that option select jab 1 just in case you missed the tech. And then still tech chasing on reaction there. And still the side B connect, but it's going to be the sour hit. Nothing going right here for ShottyIce.
The continuous shield pressure, too. Every time he's by the ledge. Trying to also mix up his recovery to grab onto that ledge. And even at a high percent, does not get hit. He's at 185. He lost his ledge invincibility extremely quick right there, but Shotty does not take advantage. Trying to play a lot more patiently, considering the fact that he's down 2 of these stocks.
Yeah, and ShottyIce still continuing to play with these KO confirm moves and these setups, but, you know, since Jōkā's at such a high percent, yeah, you just got to go for these fairs or these bears or forward tilt, just something that is going to go ahead and seal the deal when it comes to the stock. Another, oh, I thought we were going to see another Hydro Pump there, but the down smash barely missing.
Just by a crumb, pushing him all the way forward with that charged up water shuriken. I love the delay there too, even waiting just to see what he's gonna do. But where do you go if you're Shotty in that situation? You're also feeling the pressure. You could tell with the way that he was playing by the ledge right there.
Yeah, Jōkā definitely showing off, you know, not shy when it comes to the combo game, the confirms, to go for those things, and even setting up for the edge guard. You mentioned earlier that the Greninja neutral be so good off stage when you're going for the stall. So not only can you use it for defense, but you can also use it for offense there. So like you said, just playing very reactive, stalling out there, waiting out the air dodge, and then after the air dodge, you know, you stripped so many resources at that point. Just go ahead and throw out that back air, and it's going to be it.
Spatial awareness and pressure in general, keeping yourself within the bubble of where you could be to not only condition, but be as aggressive as you can, forcing your opponent to actually play right off the stage is exactly where you want them when you're Greninja and you're stalling like that. So great options that we saw right there from Jōkā, but can Shotty bring things back here as we move on to Battlefield?
Yeah, and I mean, we saw ShottyIce able to get those connections, but just not at the right percents, right? Just so much percents accumulated, and that's obviously Jōkā doing a really good job at avoiding the jabs at those specific windows. So we'll see. Oh, goes for the push off there, maybe trying to go for a ledge trump. Okay, could be able to
save his jump. He saved his jump there. Yeah, he was safe. He was able to recover from below the ledge, even though the water pushed him away just a little bit. And doing the up B is out of shield right there, too. Oh, he got the drag down originally right there. The turnaround grab, capturing him immediately when he tries to go for the roll-off ledge.
Okay, not going to panic there, just waiting out all that time. Jōkā can definitely be out there for so long with that neutral B stall. There's the landing there. The up smash going to connect, and that is going to be a clean stock at 121 after the hit here. Jōkā once again with the lead.
Similarly to PS2, you have to think about these platforms and the amount of pressure that Jōkā could provide underneath them, whether it collides with his drag downs or if it allows him to add in some extra pressure with the up smash.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we at least early meta for Ultimate, we've seen Greninja go for more of the final destination picks because of the platform being able to mess up the up smash. Oh, again, the Hydro Pump. You have to be so careful. And that is so unfortunate, man. I mean, ShottyIce maybe not having too much experience around that move, and that could mean everything here at a tournament like Genesis. There's so many characters that you have to be ready for. All
right, Jōkā's feeling himself right now here, too. Having a little bit of fun, tries to chase down and shark with the up air. So what you're talking about, when it comes to matchup practice, especially at a tournament like this, there's so many different matchups that you have to remember. And when you go for a high recovery, you have to worry about the Hydro Pump.
It's so hard to know every single 80 to 90 matchups in the entire game. Obviously, some characters stronger than others. And Greninja, definitely a high-tier character, but not super popular. Roy, definitely going to be really popular. And obviously a strong character, but that is something that you have to deal with, right? A lot of players are going to know the matchup when you go ahead and pick a character like Roy.
Yeah, especially not commonly we find him out here. Does take that first stock from Jōkā. 62% on the last stock for ShottyIce here, though, and he's starting to cook just a little bit, putting in a lot of percent into the down air. Huh? What a stringer. Okay. Hey. All right, where was that?
Okay, yeah, where was that last game? Hey, I mean, like, look, ShottyIce at that point was like, hey, look, you're not 150%. I got my combos, I got my confirms on deck, and all that confidence just from that one string could carry over into this game 2 and possibly a game 3 win here, but one game at a time here for ShottyIce. Oh, the deep back air, but it's not going to connect.
Oh, actually managing to come back right there, too. He keeps up the pressure by the ledge before the down into the fair comes in. Goes for another high recovery, but that's what you were talking about. Every single time he went for the high recovery, he got punished with the Hydro Pump.
It's so crazy, too, because the way that Jōkā set that up, the first Hydro Pump was to cover low, and then the second Hydro Pump back on the stage was to cover high. Before that forward air, I think Jōkā actually saw that the double jump was used from ShottyIce.
Yeah.
So because there was no double jump, it was kind of just like, when are you going to up B? But I felt like Jōkā kind of covered both options, the fastball up B and even the up B high with the Hydro Pump. Great stuff. And I mean, just great usage of that Greninja up B. No hitbox, but you got that push.
Especially when you have a recovery like Roy's, right? And it's very linear. You have to, unfortunately, just see yourself fall at that point, especially when you use it early and you don't have a jump. There's not many options for you to move around at that point. But what does matter is if you saw their faces after they shook and they walked off stage, they both